Took us a while to get going, but yeah, loving life under Jose Mourinho at the minute, even though we're like 6th in the league. But aside from that, terrific display from Manchester United. But the first 30 minutes where it did look as though Louis van Gaal was in charge. So many back passes, back to Romero, so much time on the ball where the players just didn't move, and yeah, it was a bit awful to watch. But in the end, a 4-0 win, and credit to Wigan, particularly in the first half. They did defend very, very well, restricted the space, although we did help them by just playing really, really deep, and just, Mata Mkhitaryan having to come at the halfway line to pick up the ball. But aside from the negativity, because you can't be negative after a 4-0 win, and the fact that was a team with 9 changes, which means the only other club that made 8 or more changes that went through in the FA Cup was Tottenham Hotspur, who won narrowly in the last minute against League 2 Wycombe or League 1 Wycombe 4-3. So we've comfortably won 4-0, making 9 changes, showing that we do have great squad depth. Not only that, it's a 4-0 victory, and a 5th goal that was a little harshly disallowed from Martial because of a high boot from Schweinsteiger. But 2 youth debuts. I thought Jose Mourinho hated youth, but 6 of the 18 players in this squad were 21 years of age or under, 5 of which were 20 or under, Martial being the 21-year-old. But again, fantastic. He handed debuts from the bench from I don't know how you say his name. Is it Twanzebe or Tonzabe? I think it's Twanzebe. But yeah, very, very exciting youth prospect there. Heard a lot about him. Haven't seen too much because I don't watch too many of the under 21s or the under 18 games. But from Manchester United fans that do, there's honestly a massive buzz around this kid. So very, very happy that he did get on the pitch for some minutes, and so did Joel Pereira, the goalkeeper. So yeah, Mourinho playing youth, 4-0 win, attacking football, very, very nice. The first goal, who was the first? Oh yeah, I remember. It was in the first half. The first half was a complete contrast. The first half was Louis van Gaal. Second half was Jose Mourinho, pretty much. And it comes from a fantastic ball in from Schweinsteiger, and Fellini heads it in. Like, it's just a typical Fellini goal. Now, I know I've gave Fellini a lot of hate only during the Everton game where he gave away a penalty. I've been a massive supporter of Fellini throughout his time at Manchester United, in the years where he was scapegoated under Moyes and the first season under Louis van Gaal. I have supported him, and that's the only time I have wanted him sold, when he gave away that needless penalty which cost us 2 points. But when Mourinho has completely gave him full confidence, and he's not going anywhere. He signed an extension, and he's put his head down and he's worked hard, and that's the mentality that we do want at the club. Of course, he doesn't have the quality of some of the other players, so being a bit part player is perfectly fine, but he's a fantastic player in the cups. Look at his cup record for Manchester United. Like, I'm sure he scored in 1 in every 2 games in the cups. On average, like, he scores so many important goals. His goal in the first leg of the semi-final against Hull ultimately is the reason why we're at Wembley, and I'm sure he did something similar last year in the FA Cup. I think he scored in the quarter-final and the semi-final. He scores a lot in the cups, so yeah, fair play to Fellini. Was fantastic today, and in the second half we played so much better, and we got our rewards. And who was the second goal? Oh my god, I'm literally... yes, there we go. It was Martial whipping the ball in for another header from Smalling. Some unexpected goal scorers today, but absolutely fantastic to see. And later on, this was the best goal by far. It reminded me of the one... Was it against Arsenal where, Rooney and Ronaldo were just lightning quick? They were, interlinking, and it was just a quick counter-attack goal, and Ronaldo smashes it in after a great piece of play. Like, it reminded me of that. But Schweinsteiger from us defending a corner, I think. First time to Rooney first time to Mkhitaryan waits for Martial to be right on the last man, slips it through, Martial passes it back to Mkhitaryan for a simple tap in. 3-0, wonderful goal, great play. And then it gets even better. From a corner, it's whipped in, and the ball falls to Schweinsteiger. He's about 6 yards out, and it's a clever little overhead kick finish from Bastian Schweinsteiger. So, considering this is his first start under Jose Mourinho, a goal and an assist, not bad for a player that was exiled and was certain to leave. So yeah, just a feel-good factor for Manchester United at the minute, and we're in a cup final, of course, in the League Cup. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in Europa League. We've got St Etienne this month. And we'll keep plucking away at the Premier League and see how far we can get up the table. But yeah, really, really loving it. De Gea, Pogba and Valencia were all absent from the XI. They were all rested. Ibrahimovic was on the bench but was an unused sub, so he was rested. Herrera came on later on in the game for Fellini as the only other sub, bar Tuanzebe and Pereira. So yeah, a lot of resting in this game, which bodes well for the Premier League, because we've got our first team players back, and hopefully, they're well rested and raring to go. And we've still managed to win 4-0, so very, very happy with that, and into the 5th round. So yeah, can't ask for more.